U.S. Cellular.
We're so close. We're so close. If you've been watching your clocks near as much as I have, you know what we're so close to. We are so close to fall sports. Fall sports are going to be back here in just a few weeks, and yes, they're going to look a lot different with guidelines, precautions, everything to keep these players, teams, coaches, everyone on campus safe. But hey, let's just be happy even for the duration of the sportscast and say, hey, sports are coming back and it's something to celebrate. It is a good thing. So let's look at it that way. And today, the NCAA actually released more guidelines and restrictions to keep all these teams and players safe throughout this time, and the rules that they'll have to follow in order to play sports this fall. Now, obviously, there's a pretty obvious one. They're going to have to follow the safety precautions that the NCAA already put out just a few weeks ago, but there's also 4 main points that they'll need to hit before they play this fall. They're going to have to hit opt-out, eligibility, medical expenses, and reporting. Reporting is actually a pretty huge one, guys, and not necessarily reporting cases, but reporting the schools themselves. The NCAA is setting up a phone number for athletes and parents both to call and report any alleged failures by the schools in following these guidelines. Each school also has to determine what an athlete's eligibility is going to be if he or she chooses to opt out of their season, which they all have the opportunity to do. And they have to know by August 14th what their eligibility will look like. Athletes and their families have to know before the season starts. That is the big thing there. Schools will also have to cover COVID-19 related expenses for their athletes. So that's PPE, testing, and basically no out-of-pocket expenses for the athletes. NCAA championships could include less teams and a shorter outcome. And finally, here's what I found really interesting. If 50% of the eligible teams in a division cancel their fall season, there will be no championship at all in that sport.